Hello guys, welcome to another modding video. Today I'm gonna make another order from Trevor. He wanted something like this, and for this mod I'm gonna use SteelDive 1993 GMT with an edge movement. So today we're gonna be using this watch as a base, swap the dial and hands to this plus GMT hand from original SteelDive. As you can see, the colors of these hands gonna match perfectly this set of hands. And also we're gonna swap the bezel inserts. He wanted Rootbeer bezel insert, and I'm gonna use this beautiful ceramic Rootbeer bezel insert. Must be something interesting, okay? So, and before modifying the watch, I'm gonna change the bezel insert first. I know there are many methods on the internet how to do that. I'll show you today my own. For this purpose, I'm gonna use very simple tool, the nail polish remover. You can buy it anywhere where you can find the gold stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty cheap and it doesn't have this toxic smell. It still has some smell, but not like something toxic. Okay, so the way I do it, I put it in the paper cup. I just cut it a bit so it's more shallow. You don't need it much. Basically, you just have to submerge the bezel insert, not even the whole bezel, just the bezel insert, because this polish remover, it will kind of soak inside by itself anyway. And the best part of it, that it takes about only 5 to 10 minutes, not more. You don't need more. Literally 5 minutes, and you can just take the bezel out. Very, very easy. I mean the bezel insert. That's how it look. Just pour a little bit, soak it in the paper cup in my case for about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Now you can see the bezel insert really moving freely right now, and I just need to remove it. Just like this. One disadvantage of this move is when you use the nail polisher, it's gonna melt away the lume on the bezel if it was lumed. But if it's normal bezel without the lume, no worries, not gonna damage it at all. And now you can see the remaining glue. It's really easy to clean it. Just like this. You can see this tape, just easy to remove. Now about the remainings, you can clean it by whatever you want. Just make sure there is no glue left. To make it completely clean, put a little bit of that nail remover on the cotton, and then just really cleaning, just melting it away. Alright, so right now you can see it's beautiful and clean. But anyway, after this step, I usually clean in just by water to get rid of the smell from this polisher. And then yeah, it's ready for the next step. Yeah, finally it's ready. I clean it by water and then dry it. So yeah, make sure it's dry before you put in the new bezel insert. Let's see how it looks like. This bezel insert like about 0.1 millimeter different size, but as you can see, it matches perfectly. Like there is no difference at all. Beautiful. Okay, right now we're gonna have the most important step. But likely with SteelDive, we don't have backplay here. The bezel action is really great, so no need to worry, just stop whatever you stop. And make sure you put it back straight. I'm gonna move it away from camera because I don't want to do it twice. It's gonna be very long. Just like that. Make sure you open both eyes so you can see clearly. Align it properly. Then apply a bit of pressure and that's it. It's done. The new bezel insert. Looks great already. I cannot wait when SteelDive make Rootbeer GMT watch. By the way, I asked them a few days ago and they said, no, we don't have this design. So probably it's gonna take a while until they make one. Anyway, if you want and you cannot wait, you can contact me. I'm gonna make for you this one. Look, real Rootbeer. Excellent. And now it's time to swap the dials and hands. Now let's open the watch. Finally. I've done one GMT mode already, and I have to be honest with you, it is more tricky than an 835. Even though it's not very different, but that one hand makes it different, makes it really different. Just plus one hand, but it becomes much more complicated to make. By the way, so the way you remove the crown, absolutely the same as an H35. Make sure it's in neutral position. Then press on the same place I showed you before. Hold and pull the crown out. Just like that. Yay, okay. Maybe I will be using these hands later. Maybe not. But today I will be using only GMT hand from here, because it matches the colors of the new dial perfectly and the loom color as well. By the way, I want to show you how GMT movement works. Pretty interesting. So right now I'm adjusting the date. And now go GMT hand. Pretty cool, isn't it? Really nice. Okay, the new dial. Here you can see this beautiful set. I will need to cut 4 pins from here. It's ready, let's put it. And as you could notice, it is not centered properly. And I know why. The reason in these pins, because they're twisted a bit, they're not straight. So I will need to correct it. It doesn't require much, just bend it a little bit to make it more straight. And here you go. Perfectly centered, the date window, the movement. Perfect. Finally, we can begin the first step, put in GMT hand. So what I've learned, you have to do basically like an 8:35. Go to midnight. When you see the date changing, go slowly, very, very slowly. Okay. Now the first hand, GMT hand. Make sure it's centered perfectly. And then the problem I encountered was that I have these three tools for, basically these are hand pressers, and they work only with an age 35. And I didn't have for an age 34, and I couldn't really find it online. I don't know, maybe I don't know how to search. So I end up using my brains full power, and I just take a pen, remove everything from inside, and then make sure that the whole ear is absolutely flat and straight. Make sure the diameter matches my needs, matches NH34 GMT hand. And I did it before, it worked for me. I know many people who watching right now they're not gonna like it, especially if you have some fancy tools, but it works. Just it works. I mean, that's it. It does the same job as any other fancy tool, so I think why not? Just like this. So first time again, I'm gonna just measure it. I don't rush to push it all the way. So GMT end shows 24 hours. And now it's supposed to change the date. I could move it a little bit forward, I think. Let me check again. Yeah, a little bit forward. It's not a big deal, but let's make it as nice as possible. Okay, this will do. Now with my new fancy tool, I can press it all the way. It is very close to markers, as you can see. As you and me, I cannot see, so I think I have to move it a little bit more. Just a little bit higher. Okay, the first and probably the most important step is done. And now, so right now I'm adjusting the time. Don't confuse, I don't adjust the GMT hand. If I want to adjust GMT hand, that's how it's gonna look. As you can see now, it's jumping. And once it jumps, you can see it's not straight. It's not exactly on that mark that we want to see, but that's exactly what we want. Because when you adjust only GMT hand, it jumps a little bit ahead of where it's supposed to be. So don't get confused by that. And by the way, it was here. Because when you adjust the time as you watch, supposed to change, supposed to work, then your GMT hand will be exactly where it's supposed to be. So don't worry. Set the hands only when you adjust the time. Okay, so let's set the next hand. Gonna be our hand. Make sure that your GMT hand is on 6 or 12. I prefer 6 because I'm gonna put an hour hand on 12. Finally, yes, I can use proper tool, not a pen. Don't press it hard, just adjusting first. As you can see, perfectly aligned, that's what we want. Okay. Yes, now I can push it more. Check out the alignment. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, but anyway, I have to check from every side. 12, 3, and 6. Just like that. Take a look. Perfect. And the next step, I go to 6 p.m. Cool that I can see now it's 6 p.m. Okay, let's check. Look how cool it looks. GMT hand exactly 9, 12, and exactly 6. Beautiful. No, I think my hour hand a little bit misaligned. It looks like it's supposed to be around here. Really hard to say because the difference is very small. Yeah, like have to move it a half minute ahead. Okay, now let's check the alignment again. Nine. Looks perfect. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. It was really right match. Trevor, I think you did a great job. This is perfect match with, these hands and this dial. Looking great. Thank you for showing me these hands. I would never use them. Now I'll use them more often, much more often. It is changing the date a little bit early, 7 minutes before midnight, but I think it's not gonna make a problem for you to read the time. And the last second hand. Oh, this mode actually takes so much more time than NH35. Well, yeah, because I had to change more parts. Just like that, you can see the hand is not placed yet. I just want to see if it's exactly in the center. It is. And now I can push it. Now you compare minute hand and second hand. As you can see, it is not perfect horizontal, but there is a lot of space between these two hands. Let's check from another position. Here the tip of second hand a bit closer. And I think it is time to adjust a bit higher. Okay, perfect. So now I'm confident that hands align properly. It is time to clean everything. Make sure there is no pieces of dust anywhere on our hands and set it back. Okay, everything clean and nice. So again, neutral position for your crown. The way I do it, I put the pin under that movement, place it on that point, and pull the crown out. Easy, but first time not easy. Okay, make sure it's clean again. Just like that. Okay. Push it in from both sides. Same time. And back to the case. Yes, perfect alignment here. Whew. It was a little bit complicated modification, but as you can see, it turned out to be very beautiful. And the customer wanted he wanted it on silver, original SteelDive bracelet, Jubilee, and Oyster. So yeah, but before that, I will check the balance wheel. We'll check the time this watch keeps, and then apply more silicone grease on the gasket to make sure it's waterproof. And yeah, that's it. So in a moment, you're gonna see the final result. Here, check it out yourself. Very happy with this mod. Everything just matches perfectly. Love it. So again, in this mode I use SteelDive 1993 GMT with NH34 movement. We have ceramic bezel, we have sapphire glass, we have 300 meters waterproof. We have screw down crown. What else? Great bracelet from SteelDive with upgraded bracelet clasp. Micro adjusting system. Yeah, so just in general, great watch. And let me show you the loom as well. Not sure how it's gonna look like, but let's test. Didn't test it yet. And the loom is pretty great. Look at this. GMT hand was originally from SteelDive, so it's still blue, but in general, I think it makes it even more special. GMT hand blue, really cool. Unexpectedly cool. And it's not dark here, as you can see. I'm just standing in the corner. So the loom on this dial and hands actually not bad. Not bad. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And see you in my next videos.